So what happens when you put me in a room with my favorite authors, other black romance readers, and with a tote bag with no self-control? You get this weekend. Hi, welcome back to my channel, Chronicles of Cass. I'm Cass, and today we're going to do a little recap of 3 bookish events that I just went to. The first one was the Can't Get Enough tour, the second one was the Black Romance Book Festival, and the third one was the 10th anniversary of Indie Love Book Fest. My goal for 2025 was to get into more bookish spaces, so I was so excited when all of these events started being announced. First big event that I went to was the Black Romance Book Festival. It was a one-day ticket for Saturday only, and I had an amazing time. Have you ever felt so seen and inspired at the same time? Everyone was so nice. Everybody was so personable, especially the authors. They made sure they made space for everyone. They made sure they spent quality time with everyone and spoke with them. And it was just such an inspiring event and a warming event, because in my area we don't have events like this. We don't have that much representation in the 1 or 2 bookstores that we have in town. It was so great to be able to go and support authors, meet them face to face, spend time with them face to face, even if it was just for one day only. So when Kennedy Ryan announced the Can't Get Enough tour, I immediately purchased my ticket so I could get a signed copy for the day before the Black Romance Book Festival. And I was so happy that I went to that event. It was so intimate, it was so small. It was in an auditorium at a local high school, and it was hosted by the Brave and Kind Bookshop. They recently hosted an event for the Tracy Dion Oathbound tour, and I knew that I was going to have a great time because they were the host. It was so awesome to hear from Kennedy Ryan, Tia Williams, and to meet Jasmine Guillory as well about their new releases and what they hope for the book space, and how they were excited for the Black Romance Book Festival that they all attended.
Even published. So you're like talking about it's pretty lily white around that. Not that there wasn't any, but you start picking up in my little, I'm from rural North Carolina. I am.
They were so funny. They called themselves the Destiny Child of Black Romance, and it was hilarious, and it was a rightfully chosen name for them. Being able to see their viewpoints on the publishing industry, to see their viewpoints on being a creative and how they start their process with writing was so riveting, and I was so excited and so happy to recognize some familiar faces in the audience from the first event that I attended in the year, which was the Oathbound tour. Before the festival, before going to Atlanta for that weekend, I did the most minimal packing because I did not know what to expect. I literally only packed clothes, packed makeup. I did not really pack that much. I know that some people had carts, some people had their equipment for content creation and everything. All I brought was 3 tote bags and myself. That was it. I brought me, myself, and I in a tote bag. And I don't think that I was underprepared, but at the same time, I don't think I was over prepared. So I would suggest for anybody that goes to these events, just be mindful of how packed or how busy you think it's going to be, because bringing a cart with majority of people who are in a small confined space, or with the volume of people that was in the space, just be considerate of the size of the cart that you bring, and just think about how many books that you are going to bring and how many books that you are planning on getting. Because I will say, at the end of the day, I was bogged down by the 3 tote bags that I had. However, I felt like I did justice for the space around me, because I would have got frustrated with that cart, to be honest, if I hit my ankles. Now in the future, with a bigger venue and everything, I probably will bring a cart, but I might bring one of those smaller carts instead of the big large cart. The only other thing that I did to prepare for the Black Romance Book Festival was bringing these books to get signed by the respective authors, and I was so happy that I brought these books. I think I brought a couple more, but I ended up just leaving them at the hotel because I didn't want to bog myself down even more with bringing a whole bunch of books. So I settled on these four, and I was so happy to meet Annie Davenport, to meet Danielle Allen, to meet Tia Williams, just meeting all the authors that were there. I was so excited to meet them. And for my other goal was to meet new authors and to get new books from new faces. So they had some book vendors on site, and I was so happy because I was able to snag the copy of Kirby Girl of Summer. I read it at the library but didn't have a physical copy, so I needed my trophy, and I got that trophy signed. But I also pre-ordered some new authors to make sure that I was able to get a copy the day of, and I purchased some at the local booksellers. I got this book at one of the book vendors, and this is Creature of Air and Still Water by Michaela Sheeny Coker. Speak by J.L. Seegers. When He's Not There by Z. Renee. These next three are from Danielle Allen. They're her indie publications. It's Broken Clocks, The Cast, Telltale. I really wanted to get my hands on Sunny Disposition by Deanna Gray. Plus Size Player. I have been wanting to read this book for a very long time, and it's A.E. Valdez's All I've Wanted and All I've Needed. This is Brianna Michelle's Finding My Way Out of Darkness, and it's a story of unconditional love. This is her book one in this series, and book two, Finding My Way to You. Look at how beautiful this cover is. This is This Side of Beautiful by Ty, and The World Around Us by Lauren Lacey, and it has sprayed edges. Shortly after I attended the Black Romance Book Festival, I'm not gonna lie, I was immediately on the internet trying to find my next event to go to, and so I found the Indie Love Book Fest. It was their 10th anniversary, and authors that attended the Black Romance Book Festival, I was interacting with their content online, and I came across this event, and I was like, I need to go there too so I can meet even more authors.
What you doing, Cass? What you doing?
I wasn't familiar with as many authors at this event compared to the Black Romance Book Festival, but I didn't care because my whole thing about reading is to read more authors and to read more indie authors because they need support too. And there's nothing against traditional authors, and I'm definitely always going to keep going to the store to get those other books and support when they get to traditional publication, because for some people that's the end goal for them. But I really wanted to branch out and keep going out there and trying to find new stories and new authors. For this one, I didn't really have a game plan either because I didn't really know much to expect. I didn't find that much online, but I'm glad that I did go to it, and I also only had a 1-day ticket for a Saturday as well. I went there with my friend and we waited in line. Once we got in, it was like go go go. I'm not gonna lie, I made charge after charge after charge. My phone and my cart were tired of me, and I was just like, on Monday I'm gonna be like, who did that? I don't know. So I interacted with Casey Mills, Aisha Bree, Jacina Howard, Monica Walters. She was so sweet. Kimberly Brown, she was so nice as well. Miss Dandridge Monroe, she was so nice. She had this beautiful spread, and she had some people who were able to explain. The ultimate question of would I go again? Absolutely. I would go to both of them. The Black Romance Book Festival, I aim to try to get like the full weekend experience, hopefully next year. For the Indie Love Book Fest, if it's somewhere local, I might try to go again, maybe as a 1-day ticket again, or I might just keep my options open, keep my eyes open, and the opportunities should come out of nowhere. I have been seeing more interaction online and more event announcements, so maybe I'll travel to a different area, to a different state, who knows. But I would recommend this for anyone who's just trying to get their foot in the door, to meet more authors, to meet their favorite authors, to expand their horizons and the genres and the stories that they meet. Because even though a lot of these say like romance festivals or anything like that, they still have it open to other people who write different genres and in different styles. I would definitely recommend these events to anyone. Just be patient, just be mindful of, events don't always go exactly as planned. They might not go, or If you have an assumption based off of other people's experience, everyone's experience is unique to that person because we all are looking for different things out of these events. If you like this type of content, please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what's your favorite read or who you hope to meet someday, and I'll see you soon. Bye.